Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I'm going to review a product for you. I was sent this product from a company called Phomemo. So I believe they're based in Singapore and well, that's where my package came from. And they do like mini printers. They're not color printers, they're black and white. And they reached out to me asking if this was something I could use. So I thought about it for a bit of how I could use this in my life because I don't want to just accept products for the sake of accepting products. And I don't want to do a review unless I have an actual use for it. So I figured that this would be a good option for my packaging for my Etsy shop. If you've seen videos in the past from my channel, I do have a couple on packaging for small shops. In general, I tend to use like a recycled and recyclable padded mailer because most of my products can fit in this size. And when I do that, I like to write the person's name out because I think it adds a little bit of personal touch and I love lettering, so it makes sense. However, when someone orders a larger stamp or maybe multiple products and they don't fit in this envelope, I do have to use a box. And when I use a box, I tend to use ones that I have already received from orders that I've purchased online. So for example, the box that this product actually came in, which I will show you, I'm gonna reuse for a product that I'm gonna be sending out to one of my customers from my Return to Sender Co. Etsy shop. And as you can see, like I have ripped off labels here and here, and then there's like printing here. So there's no nice place to actually like write out a nice address. So I thought that it might be useful to print out a label with their address and then a return address. So this is what they sent me. So it is the 20 to 50 millimeter wide format. And it's just a little printer. It connects via Bluetooth, apparently has various templates. You do batch printing, and it is thermal printing, and it includes the battery. So I'm gonna learn how to use it with you and then let you know my thoughts at the end of it because I want to print out a label to put on this. So let's hope that I can achieve that goal with this printer and see how it goes. Okay, so let's do the unboxing together. So when you open it, it says enjoy printing. It has a user manual, and then inside it has the printer and I guess the chart, the way to plug it in. It's very small, which is nice. So they also sent me some paper, so high quality thermal paper. Square label that is 80 millimeter by 50 millimeter. It says inside box you have a paper roll, which you do or don't, I don't know. Okay, so comes with paper roll, user manual, printer, adapter, USB data wire, adjustable plate. Press the power button for 2 seconds. One, ooh. It says no paper. And then I guess like go like this. Ooh. It looks like it's ready. It says label printer and then it has, I guess that's the model. Maybe. Press, it says system setting. You can press the power button for 1 second to switch to the setting interface. Oh, it has language, English. And then it says press the feed button to scroll list. Print darkness, print speed, paper gap, auto power off. Okay, so I just went through the manual and the instructions don't really tell you how to actually print. It goes through what all the settings mean, and then after that it says search for the app, and then it tells you how to install the paper. So I'm assuming maybe you have to use the app to print. So I'm gonna do that next. I'm gonna grab my phone, download the app, and then I'll show you where I'm at. I just downloaded the app, and first thing it asked me was if I could let it use Bluetooth. So I said yes. I see on the top right that there's an X with the printer, so maybe that means like there isn't a printer installed. I see it there, so I'm gonna connect it. Printer program updating. Please keep the printer connected to a power supply. Okay, so I'm gonna connect using this cable that came with it, which was this guy here. So I have it plugged in, so now I'm going to click on update now. That was fast. Printer update complete. Printer update has completed. Please restart manually. Okay, so I'm assuming that means to turn off. Turn it back on again. Okay, so I have no idea which label came with this, but it looks like a square. Oh, maybe it's the default, like the 40mm by 30mm. I don't know what print. Oh, I guess print direction is like if you're printing this way, or this way. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna make a real quick, easy one. So let's do my font. Oh, so it only has 2 fonts? I wish there were more fonts. Okay, let's put this here. Can do a QR code icon. So those are all the icons. Let's just put this here. I'm done with this for now, so I'm gonna print. Clicking the print at the bottom. 1 copy. All right. Press the check mark. Oh, it's printing. Oh. Okay, so it just finished printing. It didn't print like where I expected. I don't know what printing concentration means. Whoa. Okay, so it printed on 2 different labels this time. So I'm gonna try to print again. So I pulled it out so I could get this started at the top of the label. Maybe that would help. Okay, I'm gonna choose a template. Let's just choose clothing. It's weird, it has like a color background. So it did print it, but like then it had all of these after. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a random picture, confirm. Color pattern, original. I'll just do grayscale. It keeps printing like a whole bunch of labels when I only select one. So I'm gonna try the larger label now and actually try and print someone's address and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm back from playing around with the printer and the app and the labels, and it's quite a bit darker. It's only like 4 o'clock, but so I'm sorry for the lack of lighting. So when I changed the paper from the small label to the large label, it just kind of fixed itself with those problems where it wasn't being centered and where it was like feeding 6 labels after printing. Those things just fixed itself. So once I put in the stuff I wanted in the app on the label template, it printed centered exactly how it was supposed to, and it would print 1 label at a time. So I also took out the large labels and then put in the small labels again, and it worked fine. So it fed the paper through as it was supposed to. It started right where it was supposed to, and then it centered the information as you would expect from what you put in the app, and then it printed it no problem, and only printed one at a time. So I do have the labels on my package, but here is the label I printed for the two, and then up here I used the small label. It is actually kind of handy because otherwise I would write this out, but again, there's no good spot to do that, so I would end up writing it on paper and then using tape to put the paper on the package. Okay, so I'm gonna try, just as a last thing, I'm gonna try a grayscale picture. This was what I used. Like, I used an image and then I made it grayscale. So it didn't catch, like, when it says grayscale, I think that's a little bit misleading because it definitely doesn't print like this. As you can see, like, this is an ink bottle, but it didn't get any of the gray in that label. And this pen, which is off to the side, it's definitely not there at all. I go into black and white, and then, like, this is definitely how it printed. I would say it printed more black and white than grayscale tone. So this is the half tone. I will print that and see how that works. The top one is supposed to be grayscale and the bottom one is supposed to be half tone, but I don't see any difference. Even try like a different image. So this image of myself and my sister's cat. So you can make it out to the image, but definitely it is not good for printing images. Okay, so I would say it's handy if you just need to print some labels and you need something really quick that doesn't require a lot of effort. And if it's just like fonts and icons, then you should be fine. I think you could probably even upload a logo. Maybe I should try that. So this is what the logo looks like. I sent that from my computer, just airdrop, and then printed it here. Okay, so my final thoughts. I think if you're doing something super, super simple where it's just text or a very simple black and white icon or logo like I showed you, then this could work. It has, the label paper is very sticky, it sticks on really nice. It's thermal paper, so it's really like kind of a satin finish, and then the ink obviously dries automatically. You don't have to wait for it to dry like maybe a printer, an inkjet printer would, because it's thermal, so it's instant. But I think my biggest drawbacks is the fact that it only has 2 fonts, and they're not nice fonts. They're kind of like robotic, computerized fonts. And I wish it had like slightly higher resolution, because it might be cool to print images. I mean, I don't really have a use for, like, I'm probably not going to print pictures, but more icons. For my return labels for boxes, it does work because it's better than me writing on a piece of paper and then sticking that piece of paper on with tape. So thanks to Phomemo for sending me this little printer to review. It was a lot of fun. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I will make sure to respond. And I look forward to seeing you next time.